2020 was a rough year. We can all agree on that, right? Unless you were like 7 and just started going to school, then pretty much you just got Phineas and Ferb levels of summer. Since we were all forced to be at home and got to see the rise of streaming, but that also means we got to see cable TV get fucking massacred. And unfortunately, if you were a show airing at that time, you probably got the can. But luckily, a particular show from Disney survived due to the fan base being pretty damn big. The Owl House.
This shit means something to me, man.
I cannot exaggerate when I say The Owl House is one of the best pieces of fiction I have ever seen. You can call it glaze, you can call it overhype, I don't care. It low-key might be, but the show is damn near flawless. Only thing you could really say were the jokes weren't funny, but even then the story is so fire, it makes up for it. But since we ended up getting more of it, it seems like a blessing, right? A show survives a big change in the industry and lives a successful life. That shit's never gonna happen. Y'all, strap in. We're gonna be here for a while, so you might wanna pause the video, go get a snack or something. Actually, don't worry, I got you. Okay, let's get into it. The Owl House started off pretty strong as a show. Like, it gives us some relatable characters, and it isekais our main character into a foreign world, and we learn about this foreign world with her as the story progresses. We get introduced to a lot of We get introduced to a lot of memorable characters. We see the fire-ass power system. We even get to see some pretty clean fights for like a Disney cartoon, bro. That's pretty rare, to be honest. Now, I make this comparison. I ain't saying one is close to the other. I ain't saying one is better. I'm just saying, if you think about everything I just said, minus the isekai part, don't that kind of sound like Avatar?
Is this nigga serious?
Cause like, I use Avatar as a benchmark, because I am a firm believer that Avatar: The Last Airbender is the best show of all time. You can argue other things, but I'm not gonna change my mind unless you say fucking Arcane or something. And even to that, I say
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Anyway, Nick has never produced a cartoon to the level of the masterpiece that Avatar was. Like, don't get me wrong, they got masterpieces for show. I ain't saying they don't. I'm saying the others don't got a show with such deep characters, with such extensive world building and interesting overall plot, and just everything to the level of Avatar. But low-key, if you want to argue Adventure Time, I wouldn't put it past you. It pretty much fits the bill if you use a filler guide. So I'm saying all this to say that Owl House legit could have just been Disney's Avatar. You can argue Gravity Falls is already Disney's Avatar for sure. I mean, even I think that Gravity Falls is better than the Owl House, but I look at it this way, right? I feel as though the Owl House had more storytelling potential, like more world building it could have done. Like, it just could have had more. Like, the same way that Avatar could just open up its lore the more episodes you got deep. Like, you started off, you just knew, like, bending and all that shit. And then it, like, you get introduced to the spirits and that concept of the Avatar. Like, it could just get deeper. There's shit, like, in it that hasn't even been expanded upon even at the end of the show. So, in that way, it just kind of got, like, robbed out of time. Cause like, just imagine if Gravity Falls got its last season snipped in half and had to rush everything. It probably would have still been good, not gonna lie. But it's hard to say when it didn't happen to Gravity Falls, but it did happen to the Owl House. Like, when I was watching the Owl House for the first time last year, cause I was sleepwalking on it. I had watched the first 2 seasons and I enjoyed it so much, and I was hyped to see where the story went in season 3. Then I saw the last season was 3 episodes. Not even the ones where they're like 40 minutes. Not that shit. Just normal 20-minute episodes. You could just tell Disney wanted to cancel the show so bad. They was just itching to do it, bro. You could fucking tell. But I guess the fucking fan base was too big, and they was just like, oh my god, bro. Here, bro, damn. That type shit, bro. Just gave it 3 episodes. Like, I ain't never been so mad at a show in my life. But when I saw that blasphemy, it genuinely had me looking up to the sky, shaking my fist, cursing Disney. Like, they hold this show so bad, it's gotta go in the show hoeing Hall of Fame, bro. It's a tongue twister. Like, it's just insane treatment of a show that really could have changed things, not even just for Disney animation, maybe even animation in general. Glaze. Okay, that's kind of over glaze, bro. Let me chill. Good thing that came from being so short is that it pulled out all the stops with storytelling. Like, it was completely serious, and it was getting right to it. Like, there was barely any jokes or nothing, like, which I fucked with. Like, if we would have got an actual full season of like that teenager shit, I would have been pissing my pants in excitement. And yes, I know it's a kid's show. But at the same time, we can't forget, Disney canned it because it was getting too mature for their brand. Which is insane hypocrisy looking back at it now. Because now they're casually making TV-14 shows and movies. And I mean, they even got some fucking rated R films under their belt. So in hindsight, the Outhouse just plain got hold because it came out when it came out. I mean, yes, the Outhouse got hold, but I gotta give props to Disney to not just like end up canceling the show and leaving the fans starving, but they actually gave them something, bro. They gave us a good ending, as short as it was. And to be honest, with the time they were given, the ending was fucking masterful. Not gonna lie, shit was one of the few shows endings that actually made me shed a tear. Maybe that's because the show was so good, but you know, there aren't many shows that can do that. It's like I was just in such shock to know that I'm never gonna see this world expanded upon or the characters anymore, and it's insane. Dana Terrace cooked with this shit. Anyway, I'm in desperate need of shows to watch. So tell me some in the comments. Right down there, tell me for like more videos like this or I won't make them again. And make sure to click on my next video you see on your feed or I'm gonna Omni-Man your shit. And yeah, I'm out.